Hi, thanks for clicking in. Okay, so Yingluck has stopped contributions to the oil fund, and millions of car and motorcycle owners are opening up their wallets in glee. But the first casualty is the price of LPG cooking gas, which is set to rise drastically. Plus, the opposition maintains that suspending contributions to the fund would plunge it into 5 billion to 6 billion baht in debt, a burden that would ultimately have to be shouldered by the public. Well, feeling public confidence in the government will be rocked to its core, PM Yingluck has rushed through the controversial oil price reduction policy, though her government is yet to complete the oil price restructuring. And the Yingluck government, under heavy media criticism and opposition grilling last week, cannot afford to be branded as liars who can't and won't fulfill their election promises. But while we can sit and only guess how the government is going to finance the depleting oil fund, Matichon newspaper blasts out. Tax increase proposed to recuperate oil fund, liquor, cigarettes, cars, mobile phones. The report quotes an unnamed source as saying that the oil price reduction will cost the country 300 billion baht in lost income, but levying taxes on these goods will bring in only 100 billion baht. The oil price reduction policy has met with positive and negative comments from paper columnists. Thairat's political team, in its article titled Showcase of Decisive Thought, a Bold Act, says the move will reduce inflationary pressure and price rises, as well as lower logistic costs that would help boost the economy in the latter half. Well, the opposition does not believe for a second that the price of varied goods will drop because the reduction in oil prices is only temporary. Matichon's political column quotes former New Politics Party frontman Surya Sai Katasila that the oil price reduction will bring about a negative backlash that will shake the government's stability. In the article titled Government's Future Shaken, will last only 3 to 6 months. The column says that the price of LPG will skyrocket from 280 to 570 baht, and meals on the street will shoot up by 5 baht. Remember, Sahapat Group's boss had earlier predicted that a bowl of noodles would rise to 70 baht, but that would be because of an increase in the daily minimum wage. Many critics, however, dismissed the prediction. Also, Matichon's business page holds out a warning for Yingluck in a report entitled Government Speeds Up Election Promises. The report tells the PM in plain terms, do not aim to counter opponents in political games more than upholding the country's interests. Thairat columnist Blom Plientit gives the thumbs down to the oil price reduction. In his article called Using Future Money Will Only Lead to Demise, he points out the US economy is deep in debt. Blom Plientit says it's none other than the rich who are put at an advantage with the benzene's price reductions. Although the government claims 17 million motorcyclists will benefit from the policy, which is not untrue. Lompliantit, however, says the good thing is that the reduction in the price of diesel will help low-income earners. And then there's another Thairat columnist called Zoom, who in no uncertain terms wants the government not to plunge the country into deep debts, as reports had it that the government might have to seek a 20 billion baht loan by issuing bonds to finance the oil fund for 6 months. Motorists are also warned against splurging on oil, and Thairat's editorial focuses on what it terms as the doomed fate of alternative energy, gasohol, which strangely now costs more than benzene's 91. Critics of this pricing maintain that the cost of ethanol and sugar will plunge, hitting farmers where it hurts. Phuket headline meanwhile shouts, Yingluck denies dumping gasohol, bus fares drop. Well, let's move away from the oil price controversy into another hot potato issue. Komchatlu's main headlines confirm speculation, screaming, Vichian to be transferred, does not heed Thaksin and Pochaman's order. Imminent, will go cold turkey. Priyopan replaces him. The reason in transferring National Police Chief Vichian Potpourri is his supposed failure to solve problems surrounding gambling dens and narcotics. Well, transferring top police officers is one thing, but what will happen if the government touches the military? Thai Post reviews more about the transfer of officials, with its headline stating, Mass transfer of officials imminent. Interior and Finance Ministry permanent secretary seats hot. The government is also moving ahead with another highly controversial issue, Constitution Amendment, and Thai Post doesn't hold back words, running a headline which states government claims it has contract with 6 parties set to rape the constitution. The newspaper says Pheu Thai is making rapid moves to transfer officials and amend the charter at a time when the ruling party is still in its so-called honeymoon period and its public popularity still high. The governing party claims that amending the charter is urgent because the present constitution was created by a coup-installed government. But critics say the move is nothing short of trying to help bring Thaksin home without him having to serve a jail term on corruption charges. Well, only time will tell. That's all, folks. Bye.